Hi, I'm Christine Weber, and I love to support mature yoga teachers getting their wisdom out there into the world. So thank you for joining me. Today, I'm going to show you a way to incorporate more interoceptive awareness into your chair yoga classes. So what is interoceptive awareness and why would we want to incorporate it? So it basically is about the felt sense in the body, tuning into the body's wisdom, and following the guidance of the body, not overriding, signals of discomfort or danger, but to tune into them and notice how you feel. And why is it helpful? Because good interoceptive awareness is correlated with lots of positive things like reductions in anxiety, greater sense of self, and also can help people to reduce the stress response. So we want to cultivate it. It's not so simple because some people really react to being in their bodies because of traumatic history. So we always want to offer it, but it doesn't have to be, it can always be an option. That's a good way to think about it. Okay, so the first one I want to show you is bringing your hands to your chest. It's a really simple one. Notice which hand you put on your chest first. You can switch that, so you could stay here with one hand on your chest first and take a breath. You could switch the other hand. Another option is just have your hands close to your chest. And the hands on the chest, especially with the eyes lowered or closed and the chin lowered, just kind of helps us to kind of tune into that felt sense because the hands are so innervated. Another way you could do this is hands on belly with the same kind of idea, just tuning in a little, maybe taking a long breath. And then you can do lots of movement from these areas, right? So you could do inhale, arms wide, nice and slow. Feel the stretch in your chest, interoceptive cues, right? Exhale, hands back. You could do inhale, one arm high, one arm low, like a diagonal. And then exhale, hands back, maybe to the chest this time. You can switch which hand touches your body first. Inhale the other way, one arm high, one arm low. So there's many, many different places to go from this hands on the body. Another one I like to do is like a twist with the hand coming to the opposite side of the chest. Another easeful one. And so you're just using the hands to help folks to have that interoceptive experience. And then when you put your hands down and you pause, that's an even deeper interoceptive experience where you can feel the resonant vibrations of the muscles that you stretched and your hands on your body. And that pausing actually is where the neuroplastic changes happen. So you want to have pauses in your class if you're trying to promote something more than, a fitness class, and you're trying to do something where people are getting more in tune with themselves. Okay, so the next one I want to show you for increasing interoceptive awareness in your yoga classes is using your hands on your legs. So it's a similar kind of idea. And again, some people don't like it. So a couple of ways you can do this is like a cat-cow, exhaling and rounding your back a little bit, lowering the chin, the hands slide towards the knees. And inhale, draw the hands back and the shoulder blades move towards each other, the eyes lift. So exhale, and how does that feel to just slide your hands along the muscles of your legs, noticing the sensation? Maybe if you have like a sore hip, you could bring your hands all the way to your hips and pause there for a moment and just bring some feelings of healing energy or kindness. If healing energy is too woo-woo, some kindness into your hips. And this gives you a nice chest opener too. So one more breath. And then relax. And you can pause here again and notice. Now there's lots of other ways you can work with interoceptive awareness. Like the soles of the feet are great. So how do the soles of my feet feel connected to the earth? Do I feel a sense of groundedness? Do I have more pressure in my heels or my toes? So all of those kind of cues start to fire up that interoceptive mechanisms, so that you start to notice. And then, of course, the feeling of stretch is another way. So, like if we wanted to do a lateral bend in the chair, so notice the sensations in your right armpit, especially when you breathe in. And you start to press the ribs out a little bit with your breath. Notice the sensations in your shoulder, right? So you have all those options. When you're in a stretch, it gives you lots of different options. And then when I bring my hand down, before I do the other side, I want to compare the sides. So how does your right side feel compared to your left side? Because that gives you another set, a whole new experience of like, wow, that little stretch I did created a big difference. Again, that's where the neuroplasticity happens. Okay, so the last technique I want to show you today in this short video is some facial massage. The face is also, hands and face take up a lot of cortical real estate in the homunculus or the somatosensory cortex. So there's like really, your brain maps are really strong here and in your hands. So, and then we also are stimulating vagal afferents in many parts of the face and the neck. So a simple one to start with is just a gentle, light sweep across the forehead that can feel so soothing. I don't know, it always reminds me of like my mom massaging my forehead when I was little. That's a nice one. Or you could do little circles in the temple, on the temples. And I learned all these techniques, these self-massage techniques, from my Indian yoga teachers, actually. And it's light, it's a light touch, meant to be a light touch. Another one is nose across cheeks to ears, nose across cheeks to ears. The ears have a lot of vagal afferents. We'll go there in a moment. I also like draw the mustache. That brings a little fun into it. Draw a handlebar mustache, if you like. And then a big clown smile is another one, like from your chin up to your eyes or your cheekbone. I also like thumb underneath the jaw and a little gentle sweeping from jaw to ears. And then I've just been doing these sweeping motions, right, from the center to the sides. And then you bring the hands to the throat and you go back with the fingertips towards the back of the neck. So up and around the neck to the back. And then the last one is giving the ears a tug. Start with a little tug, kind of pulling them away from the head gently. Earlobe is important. That's, again, a place where there's a lot of innervation. And the other one that's important is the canal. So you use your fingertips and massage all around the canal. People always make jokes around cleaning out their ears, of course, but that's okay. And the other place that's especially important in the canal is to press down. Lots of vagal afferents there. And the vagal afferents are little parts of the vagus nerve that then go up to the insular cortex and tell your brain how your body's feeling. So then when you finish the massage, again, it's another rest and noticing all those radiant sensations. So I hope that this video has been helpful for you, understanding how you can bring more interoceptive awareness into your chair yoga classes. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.